For those of you that don't know, there's been a little bit of a change out there to the roadside piece, where roadside right now is a good thing to sell. But there's been a little bit of change on the roadside piece to Good Sam's. So first and foremost, I want to make sure everybody knows this. In order to buy roadside through Good Sam's, you have to be a Good Sam member, okay? So Good Sam's membership right now, just so everybody understands what it is and what you get, when you join, they love to tout, hey, you're getting some camping discounts. Now, this costs you $29 a year for the primary member only. $79 for 3 years, okay? Now, be aware, at $79 for 3 years, that is the primary member only. You want to add your spouse, it's another $79, okay? So, again, just a little bit of insight, what this is and what it does. Now, what do you get? You get some retail discounts at the Camping World and Gander stores. You get some fuel savings at the Pilot Flying J, okay? This is an interesting one. Autio, with an I-O. I myself didn't know what it was. I went in and decided to research it. That is listening to books while you drive in your RV, okay? That's all it is. It is a company that is owned by Marcus, if you go research a little bit further. So it's one of those things that he did on MSNBC. You get free shipping on Camping World parts, okay? Well, you get free shipping on NTP as well. And campground and coupon guide. It's got to be a Good Sam's campground. And you get propane discounts over at Camping World in Gander, okay? That's what you get, guys, for your benefit. That's what it is. Crazy enough, most dealers I talk to pretty much offer stuff like this today direct out of your dealership. And there's no cost for that. You know, you buy from you get good prices, good discounts. So first and foremost, remember, you haven't even bought a roadside plan. I had to spend $79 for myself and $79 for my spouse. Now, let's get into the roadside piece. So the roadside piece, when you look it up, Platinum Complete, that is the plan that is the most comparable to the Saferide product that you guys sell today. And by the way, guys, for those of you that don't know, we are having a little bit of a name change. We hope coming down the pike here will not be called Saferide Roadside. We have listened to you. One of our teammates here at Brown & Brown came up with a new name called Camp Assist. And our game plan is to come up and utilize that. It's much better than roadside, because every time we say roadside, people say, hey, I got it on my insurance, I don't need it. And as we all know, roadside, the least used benefit is probably roadside. It's more about the RV tech over the phone and so many other the great benefits. But for the Good Sam's piece, their best comparison, guys, is Platinum Complete. Now, directly after that, somebody asked me literally before we started the meeting today, Shawn, how does that compare to AAA? Okay, so before I get into Good Sam's, AAA, guys, you have to buy, first and foremost, their premier membership, okay? So that is $45 primary member first per year. It is $45 for each additional member in your family. So I want to throw this at you properly here. So 45, and let's say you want to cover your 2 kids, okay? You, your spouse, and your 2 kids. So I'm $180 a year, okay, before I decide to add my $119 just for the plan. So I am looking upwards of $299 a year. I go for a 5-year plan, $14.95. What do I get for that? Okay, I get 200 miles of towing. Okay, not too exciting, guys. That's 200 miles towing a year. Second, I get a flat tire change. Now, they do not bring you a tire as part of this plan. There is no tire benefit on the side of the road. They will use your spare. Battery boost, fuel delivery, we got that. That's standard roadside. Vehicle lockout, you got up to $100, guys. The auto theft reward. This is kind of cool. $1,500. That's ultimately if they steal your auto. It has nothing to do with your RV. Trip interruption, guys. Your trip interruption through Saferide is $2,000. It is $1,200 through Good Sam's, and it is $1,500 through the folks at AAA. So still, we are smoking them there. Moving on, vehicle extrication. They'll give you 2 trucks, 2 drivers. That's pretty cool. That's not a bad benefit. They give you legal defense help, okay, for tickets up to $300. And that's a benefit, I got to be honest. It's not on the Saferide. That is an upcharge. Travel accident insurance. Now, this is backed through the club. You get this on Amex as well. If you have an Amex card, that will come as standard. Car rental reimbursement, obviously travel concierge and home lockout service. What you didn't notice, there's no mobile mechanic. There's no mechanic on the phone if you have an issue with your RV. There is no return your unit home if you become sick, okay, or disabled, and when you're away from home. There's none of that.
Looks great.
And the other,
Wow.
okay, and then the other piece, guys, is there's no delivery of a tire to the scene. So AAA is definitely on the list of not a ton of benefits, but you want to know the difference? That's the difference. And you got to upgrade all the way to their premier membership if you want those. So let's get back to the Good Sam's piece, okay, guys, which is when you're on their website, you want to look up the brochure. It's called Member Benefit Brochure for Platinum Complete. It's the black one, okay, for those of you that are looking. And when you open that black one, this is what it looks like, guys. Okay, comes in, says Good Sam's Assistant. The good part is this thing actually gives you all the benefits. That's why I really like it. It's a nice actual brochure. It's actually almost contract worthy. What you're going to find out is, first and foremost, the Good Sam's Roadside is not an MBI policy. It's not like their actual, VSC product, which is truly an MBI product. It's not insurance. This is a membership product when it comes to the roadside. So yes, it's cancelable. No, it doesn't report to your insurance. The second thing you guys need to know about it is who backs this. Is Good Sam's actually a roadside network? The answer is no. Today, the group that actually backs this, okay, is the Good Sam's Club, is called the Affinity Road and Travel Club, LLC. Road America, okay, is the actual club backing it. They've been renamed America's Road, but some of you know them as Road America. That is the actual benefit club that they're calling into, is Road America. I got to be honest, I'm not a big Road America fan. That doesn't mean they're bad. It just means we've had some claims issues with them in the past through some different providers. But that's who's backing the program currently. That's who's actually answering the phone calls, okay, when you call into the club. Now, let's move on. What do you get? Okay, well, the first thing, guys, I want to point out to everybody is it's really clear to tell you that spouse and children protection, well, you think you automatically have this. Well, you got to really read this thing where it tells you that, 25 years, no older than 25. But it goes on, at our sole discretion, we may charge you an additional annual fee for each member that you include in the membership. So, guys, it is not a guarantee that for the price that you're buying this, that you get the other members. They have the election. Even though you have the additional club benefits, you got to buy each of them access to the Good Sam's Club. It doesn't mean that this policy automatically rolls over to the other members unless they elect to charge you more money for them. So first and foremost, the price is not the price, because we may have an up in the price for additional members, as well as the membership itself. So keep that in the back of your mind. I mean, that's a lot of money. And the reason I say that, think about this. 3 years per year, $29, plus $29 for your spouse, plus $29 for your kids, plus $29 for your other kid. So you're $116 starting, okay? Then you add $119 for the actual piece. And then let's say they decide to elect to charge you $45 for another person going to be covered under. I'm $280 before I get started. I times that thing for the next 5 years. I'm $1,400, okay? So just to give you guys an idea of price, where does retail come out on this thing? $1,495, $1,400. We're starting to get that common theme right now, right? Well, let's keep moving on. Guys, they have animal transportation assistance. I'm going to be dead honest with you. We do not have that in Saferide. That's one of the things we asked for in the upgrade. They don't actually state who does the transportation, so that'd be honest, that's really exciting to us. We're actually trying to find a company that properly does that because we want it to work. I can tell you Road America is not an animal transportation expert, so we're searching very hard on that one right now. Moving down, though, that's a big benefit. People get excited by it. The other portion, guys, that I want to list in here is they do have the tech helpline, okay? It's primary access. They give the phone number. You have that as well. If we keep coming down in this, okay, flat tire assistance, I pointed this out before. They say they pay for a tire, but that's only when you buy an additional tire and wheel road hazard policy listed later. Now, I want to point out some stuff about that, okay? But before I get there, if we look at the trip interruption benefit, you get a max of $150, okay, per day. Real important. Collectively, expenses, $150 per day, not total, but that's a per day benefit. Okay, you get a total of 10 consecutive days, max out possibility. You got to be more than 100 miles from home. Okay, So just a little bit of insight for how that benefit works and what it is and kind of what it does right off the rip. Moving down the list, okay, and I want to make sure everybody sees this, is when you come down to their concierge service, et cetera, again, it is pushing you towards Good Sam's. You'll see a lot of the terminology, Good Sam's parks, et cetera. If I keep coming down the list, as we go through coverage here, I want to bring you to the tire benefit, which is listed right here, tire and wheel road hazard. And the reason I say I want to bring you here, they tell you, hey, we'll reimburse you. It's not active sign and drive like Saferide. That's sign and drive. This is reimbursement up to $750 per incident, no matter how many tires are affected. Well, that sounds awesome. Right up until you want to know what the coverage limits are. And that's on the right-hand side, guys. And if you come over to the coverage limits, they're really clear to tell you that the max they're going to pay out per each year of the contract is $750, but that's on a rim, okay? That's not on the rubber wheel. That's on the rim. If you come up, they tell you that per the wheel, they're going to $75 per tire per incident for repair. Okay, so you're only getting 75 towards the rubber. You're getting 750 total, including rim. So then that's for a max of 2 issues. So guys, it's not that exciting. And then when you actually read into your responsibilities of what you have to do to get that money back for the tire, it goes on to tell you that you must call ahead of time, get pre-auth. Well, that's pretty hard when you're sitting on the side of the road and the tire's blown. And then directly after that, it goes on to tell you that you might have to take pictures, okay? You may have to wait for them to give you authorization. They have the right to ship you the wheel back. Well, if they want to ship you a wheel and you've already bought one and it's on the unit and, if you didn't take clear pictures, they have every right to go ahead and not actually handle this. And guys, here's the best part. They might want to come out and inspect it as well. That's pretty hard being that it blew on the side of the road and you had to have it replaced. So moral of the story, it's not a very user-friendly benefit. The one that you guys offer, it is sign and drive. Okay, tires replaced, they're on their way. Have a nice day. We do ask they might take a picture, but that's not a huge piece. The last one, somebody called me on this, and this has been the biggest thing that they changed themselves up to. So ETMA is a big benefit on the Good Sam's policy that you do not find on a lot of others, and that's emergency travel and medical services. Guys, it goes on to say, hey, we'll help you with vaccine and blood transfers. And people get really excited about this. And by the way, the company that administers this for Good Sam's, if you read, they're out of the UK, okay, United Kingdom. They are not currently integrated with any of the US health insurance companies. They are out of the UK. The second issue that you have with this is if you read into this, if you elect to want to use this benefit, you have to call them for global response, and you have to let them pre-auth, okay? And they tell you if it's an emergency, which is really the only reason you probably need a helicopter, is you should dial 911. But that benefit doesn't actually work with ETMA, okay? So if you read through ETMA, they tell you that they want to handle the medical evacuation. They want to actually run through it. They're going to tell you what their limitations are, and they're going to tell you about their transportation. Well, I actually went through this with our group here at Saferide, and we looked at it. And one of the things our attorneys came back and thought about is, guys, a benefit has to be usable. Well, when people are in a health insurance situation and they are sick, they need an ambulance, they need a helicopter, they don't have time to call to get pre-auth and let ETMA in the UK, in different hours, by the way, than the US, work directly with their doctor to figure out what the helicopter ride should be and how to handle it. Instead, you dial 911. You let your health insurance company handle that, and they go through this emphatically and handle every bit of it. So ETMA, even though it's a benefit that's out there, they will help you. They don't actually pay. They coordinate. That's their job. They coordinate and get discounts. But they might want your credit card, as they go on to say, okay, because the difference is billed to you. So they're not going to work with your health insurance company. So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind. It's got to be a benefit that's usable. In this case, this is a great benefit. It looks awesome on paper, but it's not really logical when you have that health concern that you're going to call them first and ask for pre-auth and see if they can help you with that transportation. So again, just a little bit of insight how that works. So guys, please don't be scared of that ETMA benefit. And by the way, the benefit only comes after you have stabilization. Okay, so I don't know why you're going to need a helicopter or an airplane if you're technically stabilized. Your health insurance company, again, would probably handle that, but reality behind it is it's not going to help you in the emergency situation anyway. So again, just a little bit to know, not to be scared of that medical ETMA benefit. It sounds awesome, but it's got to be usable.